friends, Tuxx here. Every time a new Star Wars movie comes out, people go back and they watch a video of mine which contains some really old Star Wars figures, and some of them, especially this blue one here in particular, is kind of a rare figure. This was accidentally made without the right specs, and this was actually supposed to be like a shorter guy. He's supposed to be wearing red, he's supposed to have different boots on. They remade the figure correctly, but this is probably like my rarest figure. But way in the early days of Tuxx Toys, I made a video of some old Star Wars toys, like first gen original Star Wars toys, including this guy, and I get a lot of hate for it, okay? And every time a new Star Wars movie comes out, people watch that old video. It has like 500,000 views or something. It's my most watched video, and like I end up getting a lot of hate. I usually like delete the hate comments if there's bad words or something. I mean, here's some examples. This guy recently said to delete my channel. This other guy used all sorts of profanity, saying he was gonna kick my butt or something. I'm being nice in my language here if I go to like a Star Trek or Star Wars convention or something. And there's lots of other ones which I'm not even gonna post here for you, but if you guys could do me a huge favor, and like when I made this video, I was really embarrassed actually. I didn't know if people would like it. I hadn't done any used toy videos before really at that time, and so I made the video because I thought people would be interested in it. And that was a problem because people, like, I was really insecure about the fact of showing used toys, okay? And so I kind of like, I hadn't seen these toys in a long time. My reactions are pretty genuine, to tell you the truth, because I hadn't seen them in years. They were mailed to me from like up north, like 3,000 miles away or something. And so when I opened them, I was trying to keep it like real, like, oh, this is a TIE fighter, or it makes space noises, pew, pew, pew. And people like rip on me all the time about it. So if you guys want to give me, Tuxx Toys, a Christmas gift, one thing that would be fantastic is to watch my old video, okay? And give you some love. Say, hey, Tuxx, you're the best Star Wars fan ever. Or Tuxx, you're Star Wars fan #1 or something. And it will totally make the trolls mad, okay? It will put them in their place, okay? So if you want to do me a favor, I'll put a link for my original Star Wars video from a few years ago in the description down here. You can check it out. But this is a pretty rare figure, and I admit in the video I did kind of drop the figures. People say I threw the figures, and I never threw the figures. I kind of like would look at them and I would kind of like drop them down, kind of like that, okay? Like 6 inches or less. But anyway, I will stop. But if you want to do me a favor, watch that old video and show me a little Tuxx love. Let me say, hey Tuxx, like, great Star Wars video, or Tuxx, you're the best Star Wars fan ever, okay? And that will definitely put some of those trolls in their place. Okay, with all that being said, I do have some old Star Wars figures here to show from the previous movies. They're not that old, okay? This is one thing, which this isn't a spoiler, but this guy was a guy that I really did like from the last one, from the Rogue movie, and I thought that maybe I might get a cool Star Wars Last Jedi wish and have this guy somehow magically be in that movie. Now, in the Rogue One movie, this guy dies, okay? That is kind of a spoiler, but the movie's from like a year and a half, 2 years old, so by now you've probably seen it if you wanted to. But this droid does get shot, okay? So, but it doesn't mean he's a droid, so who's to say they couldn't just like put a new droid like chest on him or something, you know? Like, they could fix him up, I think. But he's really funny, so if you haven't seen Rogue One, I'd recommend checking it out still, and watch for this guy. He's my favorite character in the movie. Now, in the new movie, okay, it does feature Luke a lot. Okay, here's a Luke figure, and this is kind of like the Force Awakens, obviously, Luke figure. So it doesn't, it's kind of funny, they put out this toy, and this kind of looks like Luke from like Return of the Jedi or something, but in the movie, like, he's all bearded and like homeless looking and everything. So it's kind of funny that they made the action figure so inappropriate compared to the movie Luke, which is older and kind of like messed up looking, you know? He hadn't shaved in years, and he looks really like a homeless guy, like, for lack of a better term. And I apologize to anyone who, you know, takes offense to that term, but that's what he looks like to me. But anyway, he definitely does not look like young Luke here, you know? So anyway, I thought that was a weird choice, but these figures were really cool. I do like the Force Awakens toys, and you can kind of find these cheap now, you know, because some stores actually have Force Awakens stuff they're selling on the cheap because they had extras. They made so much of it, you know, after the movie came out, and after the movie kind of, you know, like all movies, they come out, they're hyped, and they kind of die down a little bit, you know, so you can still find these toys pretty readily. Now, in the new movie, Kylo Ren kind of redeems himself a little bit, and I'll keep this spoiler free for right now, but he does some interesting things in the movie, and he kind of drops the mask a little bit, okay? So you can see the movie and get all the details about that, but in the previews, the trailers, you'll see a lot of times he's without mask, like when he's flying his little TIE fighter thing. You know, he's not in his kind of like Darth Vader-ish type mask, which I thought was kind of cool. You know, I think the beginning of Force Awakens where Poe kind of rips on him, he's like, oh, I can't hear you under all that stuff. And he's, you know, trying to speak through the mask. And he sounds all like robotic or something. I thought it was hilarious, you know. So they did try and mimic some of that humor in the new movie, and it didn't come off quite as good, I think, but it was still really funny. And these figures are really good. Sometimes you can find some bigger versions of these at like Disney. I have a video on that of a really nice Kylo Ren I got for like about $7 actually, which is like metal. Okay, so really cool figure, but expect that there'll probably be a lot of Star Wars toys on sale like after the movie is done. Okay, other stuff from the movie. Well, here, let me take a look through this box. This is just a random box of like older Star Wars toys. Looks like this. I guess this is Leia from Jedi. I'm guessing it kind of looks like Rogue One wear. But anyway, yeah. So I guess I'm guessing that's Return of the Jedi. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. You feel free. And here is a older one. This is from the prequels. And a lot of people didn't like the prequels. I kind of like the whole like pod racing thing. I thought was kind of cool. It was actually a pretty good N64 game. But anyway, I like these figures. I like the lightsabers since they're translucent plastic compared to the originals, which were not translucent plastic. And the capes are a little bit nicer too. They're like a thicker vinyl and not just like a thin piece of plastic, like a thick garbage bag, you know. But anyway, pretty cool stuff. Nice figure. And let's see. Oh my gosh, what is she doing in here? I guess I can't have a video without a little anime. She shouldn't be in my Star Wars collection, but anyway, it's very cute that she is, so I'll put that to the side. Let's see what else we got. Here's another one. And this one does have another cool lightsaber. I really love these lightsabers. Like, they did a really good job with the translucent plastic, so that's one big plus for these later ones. And that is a Luke, another Luke. So there you go, and he's got his black hand and his human hand, his robot hand, and his non-robot hand, or robotic hand, or however you want to say it, but pretty cool. And I don't think he had like well, I guess it's supposed to be green. It looks kind of yellowish a little bit, but anyway, there's his lightsaber. And here's this. This is from Force Awakens, and this is like a flame-throwing stormtrooper guy, so pretty cool. I thought that was really cool at the beginning of Force Awakens, where they showed him burning down the little tribal village or whatever it was. So anyway, that is that. And then here we have a big Samuel Jackson. Okay, I'm going to talk about spoilers now. So anyway, guys, thank you. If you don't want to watch, if you don't want to hear any spoilers, I've got a few spoilers, a few things I want to talk about. Thanks for watching the video, and you can watch the rest of the video after you see the movie. Okay, so here's just a few spoilers. You've been warned. Okay. Here comes the spoilers. Okay, first off, I really thought Samuel Jackson was going to end up being the Schnook guy or whatever, okay? So, like, I was surprised, like, in the movie, they actually kill him, you know? So, like, there's no chance of a Samuel L. Jackson reprised as a villain later, unless it's some other character that they haven't really talked about, you know? But anyway, so pretty cool stuff. I thought it was a big surprise that he ended up being, like, chopped in two by a lightsaber or whatever, which is pretty surprising. So anyway, that was a good surprise for us. And as far as, you know, like him, like, I kind of think, you know, of course he's going to turn good. One thing I couldn't believe about the movie is the fact that basically he killed Han Solo in Force Awakens. Okay, we all know this. So like, why would Princess Leia like kind of like not talk about that? Like, I mean, the movie is almost a direct continuation of Force Awakens. Like, you know, the very next day, or it's not like years later. It's the timeline continues exactly where Rey was handing the lightsaber off to Luke. So it's like that time. So why wouldn't Princess Leia be a little bit more upset about Kylo Ren killing Han Solo? That made no sense to me. That's the second weird thing about the movie. But it was a big shock that like it didn't really come up at all, and the fact that he had a chance to kill Princess Leia and he didn't, okay, that surprised me a little bit too. You know, I think one of the things I didn't like about the movie was, actually there's two things I didn't like about the movie. Okay, first one is where he doesn't shoot Princess Leia, okay, in the spaceship scene, but the other TIE fighters do, and Princess Leia like floats out in space and everything, and then she somehow uses the Force to pull herself back in to the spaceship and remain alive. Seemed a little far-fetched, because you know that in space there is no oxygen, so I would really think that she would have died, okay? And the other thing about the movie, the second thing which I thought was a little bit weird, was the Rey mirror scene where she's in the cave, you know, kind of seeking information. And I guess originally in the script, in the like the storyboard drawings, they had Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi both reach out to Rey in that cave, and she had to choose, you know. And in the movie version, she does like, it's like a funhouse funhouse mirror show, like a mirror house with, you know, a million reflections of Rey, like talking to herself or whatever. And that kind of made no sense. That seemed like just kind of a wasted 2 minutes or something, you know. So anyway, those are my two big things I didn't like about Force Awakens was Princess Leia floating through space and Rey in that weird funhouse mirror scene, you know. And the biggest thing I wish they would have had in the movie, dang it, is I wish this guy would have made an appearance. Why did they not do that? That was crazy. But all in all, I'd say it was a fantastic movie. I absolutely loved it. I encourage all you guys to go see it. That's just a couple little things. There's all sorts of twists and turns in the movie and secrets and Easter eggs and stuff. So it's totally worth seeing, okay? If you guys have any question about Star Wars, please let me know in the comments below or email me at tuxtoys@gmail.com. And again, if you want to do me a huge solid, a huge Christmas favor, watch that old video of mine, put a comment and say, Tuxx, thank you for this video, love the video. If you want to go really far, you could say you're the best Star Wars fan or like something along those lines, and I'd really appreciate it because I get so much hate, guys, and I try not to listen to the trolls. I delete and block people if they're too mean, you know, but on that Star Wars video if they make too many bad comments. But in general, I get a lot of hate on the video, and it hurts really. So like, anyway guys, thanks for considering watching the video and saying I'm an awesome Star Wars fan, okay? Alright friends, I hope you're having a great Christmas. It's almost Christmas time. It's like just a few days away. Oh my gosh, I did more wrapping today. I have more wrapping to go, and I'm looking forward to a fantastic Christmas, and I hope you all are too, okay? Let me know what is the #1 thing on your Christmas wish list, and thanks for watching, all right? We'll talk to you soon, and may the Force be with you. Bye-bye.